Yes, my people. Una good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the location una for the connect with us. We thank Baba God for the wonderful things when they do for our life. Because not only when they put road for where or not they, not only when they talk word when they reach. This morning we carry waka come one of our big Oga office, Pastor Crusoe Osagie. We be saying be the SM Media project to our governor. We say it dey good say since the year don't start, make e also come chook mouth for so many things wey don dey happen for our state because our people need to get the right information. Na me dey talk am say community where good people for keep quiet, armed robber go become general overseer. Tell friend truth, e no dey spoil friend. What is not good is bad. We dey with my guy this morning. Good morning, sir.
My brother, talk about to be.
Good morning, sir.
Happy New Year to you.
Same here.
Happy New Year to all Nigerians or anybody when they watch us from any part of the world. Now welcome to 2023.
Wow, 2023. This year don't really go.
Yeah, so January don't come out.
Good morning, sir. Yes, I get some things. I hear some people say, but that really suit me. And then I can say, since me I don't talk about that, I need to come meet you for office. Now this modular refinery, OBC will do they use that, they cry, say they don't let crude oil come, but now it don't come and it don't start to work. And now they waiting our people don't they get my put since. And I want to make you tell our people what it can happen and the process. Now waiting they will begin to refine where we say go they make Edo become great again.
Yes, so and a big progress for that modular refinery project when they do. You don't tell when they complete that project since, but because of different wahala now, they not fit get crude when they will take the process to waiting, then the fuel when they want sell to people. So but thank God now, I think a couple of weeks ago now they don't get crude from one of the fields when not far from there from the place where within Edo State too. So they don't get supply of crude, so they don't begin the process. So the thing when then the process now low poor fuel oil, LPFO, diesel, and there's another one that naphthalene. There's another one, the third output. The name is escaping me. I don't want to mention a wrong name, but LPFO. Anybody when don't feel work for factory before when the fuel when many factories they use like the LPFO with that low power fuel or another one a diesel, which is normal diesel they use for generators and all that, and that other fuel as well. Like three major outputs they get for there, but there are a few other things that they get from there, but those are the three major ones when they get.
They not go not say some of our they don't they use firewood to they cook things, gas or they get. They not go also they do gas and the kerosene.
See every refinery go decide which of the petroleum product they want. Not be all go do petrol.
Okay.
And so this particular one, they do petrol. They call don't forget what the scientific name they call petrol, but they not go do petrol. Premium Motor Spirit, PMS. PMS and they call petrol. They not go do petrol. They do diesel, low power fuel, and one other product.
Wow, my people, now they very free to ask question. Me, I did very happy because now which one do they pray for since, and the government they try to make sure say you want to industrialize the state, and any person will get that kind of mindset, we need to really follow and we need to really encourage them. On that you will see when I also hear with the halfway make my belly sweet. Now this is Benin River port. So how far because we know say to build port not be just wake up one of your build port and to build now the assets how they want to use them, how they want to benefit the people. So I beg, I want to make you throw light on this Benin port.
And we don't tell people since say our government will not do propaganda, and we just state facts as then they. So many people don't they try to play to the gallery since concerning Benin River port. Oh, now they again this and that, but you don't declare for everybody here now. One big pot for one of the largest ports in the world.
Wow.
From Belgium. They're called Port of Antwerp. They don't come meet us for a donor. They want partner with us. so that they could join us, build and operate. They help us conclude the project and operate the project. So that happened on Friday last week, and they enter into and they begin to complete all the agreements when they want to go. So we are beginning to see light, at the end of the tunnel, and we're heading towards the finishing line. They're so designed that they are going to bring a railway into that place, and they're also going to tar the road and connect it to the Kenwa road from Gelegele to the Kenwa road where they do now, so that if you move out container either through rail hand, and they are going to be targeting the northern market from there, because once the thing land for there, and I just put out for rail, connect down to Kogi. And then from there head out to the north.
Wow, this is massive. My people, the patient dog eat the fattest bone. Not be ordinary bone, not get fat, but I don't discover say patients now they make community to develop. If we not get patient, community no will develop. People you talk about one. See, my brother, not be the day when you marry you born pikin. Not be the day when you born the pikin and the pikin start to the waka. So na process. I will thank God say all the process my governor don't cross am. Now the final stage will be say by the time the thing boom, bam, the whole world will not say a dog actually arrive. So I also see for the paper about 42 rows when it be say our governor don't so approve, make them do. And they get one area where they pay me for body well. That be this Ewotubu,
that axis.
Yes, I don't know any plan for that place.
That place is a major project.
Okay.
So the ones when these 42 roads when they do so now, some roads they go on before, some when get fault, So they want quick rush those ones, when they clean them up before the rainy season go setting. And so those our people when they for a to build on say axis want to appeal for patience, because we are doing quite a bit of roads around the state. That is not to say that other roads are more important than their own. Their own is also very important. Me, I grew up for that Kenwa road area, so I know that side well. So they are really going through a difficult time. So, but we are going to make sure that at least before we finish our administration, we will kick off the construction of that road. And we understand the anxiety of the people, for Nigeria, not many times one good government did be followed by another good government. So anytime when Nigerians see one good government, they want to hold that government, make sure they do everything for them before they come out, because they don't know who they come next. So that's the anxiety we see, but we want to appeal for calm. We want them to, we're asking them to trust us that we would definitely make an inroad into Osagie and begin to do something before this tenure ends.
Wow. My people for Osagie and Osagie, when I don't hear for Oga SME now project, then we could just be patient. And me, I know say anything we government don't start to finish. And also discover say under making a great mega abandoned project now same. And for any project we government don't put hand, it is finish. It take time more when they finish. And also discover say now the only one the government say never go use a go carry collateral like the rest what they do. So you use community to carry money, they work. At the end of the day now who come begin to suffer to pay those debt. So how a perfect manage this process? How if you take gather money, you say they carry loan anyhow.
Yeah, now the thing now that same thing and they cause the political tension we get for Edo State, because from time to time we are always dealing with one political wahala or the other. By the time we the APC, now show one level they deal with, they harass us, everybody they drag us, say bring this, come bring money, they get how them expect it, then go distribute the funds when the state get. Now we can cross from PDP now. We can still see some people, some not be all the people for PDP, some elements within PDP to they say they do that thing and then they go court, so then they go Rivers State, go join somebody for Rivers State, one come fight their people. So it all boils down to how they expect to be distributed. But governor, with all due respect to governor, when it comes to Edo people, things very stubborn. Not they bent. He don't talk and say, look, these monies have to be carefully managed so that it go reach us to do enough for our people. So when you say where do we get resources to do this, is that drastic reduction in wastage, drastic reduction in frivolities, drastic reduction in unwarranted and equitable distribution of public funds. So instead, let public funds be channeled towards development of public infrastructure and public amenities, so that everybody will benefit from the project. So, for example, as a politician now, I get road, or maybe my road, the road when my house day, or the road when my father house day, or any other road when I get interest. So in those days, with some politicians, they don't care about that road, because that road now everybody want pass them. So to construct that road, maybe a small road, maybe 100 million, when they want to construct. So all those politicians in those days, they just see me, they give them the money, say, no matter, forget the road, no worry. Or we not do that one. OBASEKI not do that one. OBASEKI will say, you know what, it's better for us to carry that money, go down your street, use it and tire the road, so that you go enjoy them. That one go improve the value of your house. But not only you go improve, it will still improve every other person when they are. So it's better to spend public funds that way, in such a way that it will benefit both the political class and the masses at the same time. So now the way we handle things, and several other areas. And government is also very ingenious with respect to revenue generation. Yeah. So you find out, say, IGR for those they don't, they go up, since all those ones still join, how would they generate money to make sure we meet a lot of these obligations. But one of the primary ones is that OBASEKI's tendency to be very conservative and careful with the money when people give up. So they don't call them many names or say, it's stingy, I can't go on, all those kind, different. But the truth is that not be your money, so it's not your personal money, so you can't just jump inside and begin to spend it anyhow you like. You have to carefully try to allot, the monies, across the different things that are important for you to do for your people.
Wow. My people, information, they're very, very powerful. Two things before we round up this broadcast this morning. And I also discovered, say, the government approved 1.5 billion with some fraction to take pay local government pensioners from 1986 to 2021. Me myself, when I see that thing, the thing shocked me. The thing with me want to ask Oga this morning, we say, some of those people don't die. How their children want to access that money? And because me I surprised, well, Oga government not okay. Now for my 10 on that one to one. Why can't go start from 1986?
That's what this government do. Our governor, is a very, very pragmatic person. Is a very, very positive-minded person. He's a progressive. A person when they do something well, they do something haphazardly. They think through processes. For we don't talk and say we don't owe anybody pension for those states government. But of course, they had challenges with local government. Wow. Imagine the time since 1986. 1986. Me, I just say, I just start secondary school in 1986. About day one, I start secondary school in 1986. So imagine people when you retire from government since then and not get their pension, arrears. So now this government is paying it. So this is why I'm always appealing to our pensioners. Say, look, when you see somebody when they work, they help you, when you get your matter for mind, the way to pay him is not to be going to harass him, go to Ring Road and go and start protesting. When you know that because what they are doing, many of them, is that same thing that I talked about before. They feel that this man is doing well for them. So they want whole lamb for trousers, say, just finish everything before you go. Because if you go, we don't know what thing will be our fate. But it's not so. Even if you need more, you have to be civil in the way you go about it. And you have to understand that this man has already done a lot for you and it means well for you. So imagine state pensioner, we don't deal with all pension areas. We don't deal with gratuity little by little. We are paid not less than 400 people for gratuity. Wow. Yes, that gratuity, whether they complain, We don't pay not less than 400 people, and we dey pay them little by little because subject to availability of resources. Now we are moved into local government. We are helping them to organize their resources so that they too can clear the backlog of the pension liability on the get on. And here we are. OBASEKI has done it. It's history. No government has done it. No way. We know we checked in 1986. Over 30 years ago.
Yeah, 30 something years ago.
The governor has been in office since 2016. He's paying backlog over 20 years before he entered office. So, I mean, what can I say? The man is an enigma. The man should be respected. Doesn't matter how you feel. Doesn't matter how it affects you personally. Look at the bigger picture. Everybody's complaining, not give me this, not give me money, not give me money, But they're not say the man is looking beyond individuals and looking at the generality of the society. How can I use what resources are available to impact the lives of the many rather than the few? That is the way governance should be. Edo people must learn from it. Nigerians must learn from it so that we can move our country forward. If we continue to do things that benefit only just a few, we won't go so far.
Wow. My people.
Then recently, I'm sure the Edo people, they witnessed what OBASEKI do with security recently when
for Ibele.
For Igwebe, when they kidnapped. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria when every single person that was kidnapped or rescued. Mark my words, this is the first time in the history of Nigeria where every single person in such a mass kidnapping, about 20 people they kidnapped at once, we recovered every single one of them with our skill, when security skills when we get. Why they explain for this program some time ago, I tell you, say, you get the things when we don't deploy. You remember?
Yeah.
I say, if you try for Edo, they must to catch you. The way I tell explain at that time, say, if they not catch you on the spot, then go follow you, go the place where they go. Right. They'll go catch you for there. Then it happened to all those people. So they come from wherever they come from, come connect with some people locally. Think say, they'll feel storm train, collect 20 people, waka go free, they collect money for where they block them. We surround them. We lock them down. They had no place to go. They had to desert, and went after them, collected these people from them, brought them to safety. It's the first time in the history of Nigeria. Look, we have to wake up from politics of bitterness, politics of hatred, and just smell the coffee. OBASEKI is an enigma. He's a smart politician. He's a smart individual. He knows what to do. Not be by look face. Say, I don't like in face or I don't like crime, dash me money. Don't be that one. He sabi. Person when sabi. This country is supposed to call him now, tell him, say, look, bros, I bet how you take the do him. For security, how you take run him. For street light, how you take the run him. For IPT, how you take the run him. For modular refinery, how you take the run him. For industrial park, how you take the run him. For seaport, how you take for pension, how you take the run. Show us the way. That's not what I expect from Nigerians. I know some people when they watch me now so good, they vex, say, why they talk like this? Truth not to make we not talk him. We have to say him as he be. The man has distinguished himself in governance in Nigeria. And I want us to also use our tongues to counter this, all us Nigerians and Edo people. Do we have to always wait till a man has gone out of office for and say, Memudia, now he try for us. OBASEKI, maybe 10 years after OBASEKI I can't remember. Must it be like that? No. Why can't you see what he's doing now and acknowledge it and thank God for it? If you have a contribution to make or if you have a criticism to give, why not give it constructively? Say, I thought you would do it like this and doing like what do you instead of just having bad belly. This is not about one person. It's not about an individual. It's about the survival of the peoples of Edo State. And so when you find a man so committed, a man so intelligent, a man so smart, a man with so much experience, a man so determined to bring transformation. Look at Edo State now. I mean, are we joking here?
No.
The state has transformed phenomenally. Come Edo, If you don't book your flights 1 week ahead, you won't see seat for plane. Come Edo, if you don't book your hotel, if you want to stay for a better hotel for Edo, if you don't book 1 week away, you're not getting space. Come Edo, it's no longer a civil service state, it's an industrial state. It's bubbling and bustling with economic activities. Shopping malls are going up, hotels are going up. I'm talking world-class international standard hotels. Independent power plants are going up, refineries are going up. In 8 years, you never even reach 8 years, and 6.5.
Yeah.
Come on now. OBASEKI na Baba Ibi.
Yeah.
So we just have to accept it. If you get your own personal grudges, it's okay. But that doesn't change the fact that the man has performed exceptionally well and he deserves our commendation.
Wow. Any question for that?
Yes. I want to say, what is the government planning to do with the shopping complex at back of Jara in Mumbai?
Okay.
Back of that's for 19th Street side.
Yeah, 19th Street. Yes.
Yeah. The first thing is to raise the infrastructure. That person will send a question. The reason we can send a question on that because he don't see all the transformation when they go on for that neighborhood.
Yes.
18th Street, 19th Street, they go. Look, we have to give it to Obaseki. He knows what to do. He's doing so much. We, when the media people, we are playing catch up. We know if we catch up with exposing and showing what he don't do. Yeah. We don't if we catch up because it is a roller coaster delivery of projects and infrastructure to Edo people. So now that one they made that person talk. So I can assure you, as we lift infrastructure finish for there, then you constantly say we cannot move into that complex and elevate it to also match that standards of the infrastructure we don't do there.
Any other question? Wow, my you do well. I appreciate you. And the issue of the catalog workers,
yes,
is still a linger for ground. Some patients never still collect money, some don't die. Now the school don't become federal college of education, technical, catalog, and federal government don't take over fully, and I know say they don't take over. So our people will faith did they waiting with their faith.
Yeah, well, I know this. I don't know the details, but I not talk too much of what I don't know.
Yeah.
I will get clarification and come back in another program. But the little I know about that is that at the time when the government, the federal government came and took over the school, the state government requested all the lecturers who used to work there to move to state owned college of education. For example, one day for Abuja, one day for Igwebe, and so on and so forth. But the understanding I have is that many of them refused.
Wow.
That's the information I have. If I'm wrong, they can correct me. Many of them refused, so they only come up for there. Yeah. So how you say me government do now? You don't move go another place. At some point, government had to now disengage or stop paying some of them and so on and so forth. But I will go and tidy up details on that. But this is along lines of what happened in that place. So you cannot tell your employer where you are going to work. It's your employer that will tell you where you will work. If you employ somebody now when they work with you for this talk and so the person will come to tell you how they will do the work. And you will give an instruction, say see. So that's part of what happened there. But I'll bring more information on that in the future.
Wow. My people, wanna do well. And they're going to talk about clean and green.
Yes.
Now here now we go out of this program broadcast this morning. Clean and green.
Yes.
And I see say our people they very stubborn. Even gutter what government don't do, they will carry the thing go put. Some people will say gutter they front of the houses, they don't cover them with sand. Even as government do road now, people say no put gutter. The gutter they say gutter day. You always gutter first day when I don't
lock up.
So waiting we need to do. So since government don't come up with this policy of operation clean and green for Edo, how this you want to go? So that make all of us begin to prepare our mind because Edo must be green again.
Governor don't talk around. He say na him one personally lead that campaign of Operation Clean and Green. Not the one that tell person to go, the special advisor media go check. Him personally one because he say according to him, that na the final legacy we want to leave for Edo before he come out.
Wow.
He wants to bequeath to Edo State a city that we can look at, the serenity, the environmental sanity, the cleanliness, the orderliness, and we will be proud of ourselves. So the government is going to be leading that charge in the next couple of months, maybe after the elections. That project will accelerate and ensure that the city centers are cleaned up, markets and those places are cleaned up, and then trees are planted, greens are planted, and then we're also going to be tasking owners of property and residents in properties across the state. Because not the government will come from government house, won't clean front of your house for you. Not the government will come from government house, won't clean gutter when they front of your house for you. Everybody's going to have to play a role, and that's what the government is going to pursue. So everybody will play their own role. Some go day when go clear the front of the house, some go day when go pay money, to the agencies when one do, and so on and so forth. But by and large, everybody must make effort.
Yes. Wow. Edo is truly becoming great again. And we thank God for the numerous developments across the city. Finally, as I say finally, something will just hit my head. Wow. Binimo.
Now you know pass me now. The thing they grow like termite hill with speed. People look, even yesterday somebody called me, a relative or a friend of mine called saying that they want to know how we think with the process. Whether they apply to get shop for them. That's you be trader. Because governor has said that you don't want to give out to person when not they sell. Okay. Not be the type when they will carry give talk rent and give somebody can they collect money from something where you know for the work. What the government wants to achieve is to ensure that the people who are taking those shops are actual traders, actual business people, actual sellers. So that in the end they will pay a reasonable amount for their rents for the place. And that will also affect the amount with which they are selling their goods, which means the amount will come down. But if the property pass from hand to hand, for example, this Ogago collector, he not be a trader. Yeah. Collector, he call Mama Johnson. Mama Johnson come, look and say, if he, making it to divide this thing, Mama Johnson will call another person come. What will happen? At the end of the day, that first person when he first get up, he go say, find me something before you transfer. The other one will say, find me something. So what will going to happen? The overheads on top of that place will come go up. Wow. So if you can't use that place to do shop, you now have to increase the prices of your commodities or your goods so that you can pay the rent. So that one is actively ongoing. It is, as I'm speaking to you, it's over 100% oversubscribed. Yeah. Over 100% oversubscribed. So anybody want get shop then and get to fast and you need to meet Apostle Williams. May you lay hands on her because the way requests they come from the property shock everybody.
My people, una do well. Now here we'll round up the broadcast today. We'll see trust God. By next 2 weeks, we'll come back again. I've been making all of us join together with GODWIN OBASEKI to make Edo great. Remember, only God knows how to do the job. And everybody must join together to make the state great again. From our own end, we will continue to give the governor all the support when he needs to make Edo great. On our way, they see negative things about the state. We want to continue. Before we don't make up our mind that the better thing that we will see and that we will talk about. When I do well, we will not be enemy of progress. My name is Stephen Apostle Alfred Odion Oyinosa. My final word.
Yeah, final word. I just want to thank all Edo people for their support and for their encouragement in the midst of all the bitterness that is going on out of selfish interest. Yes, but Edo people have stood firm for the governor. And they have supported the governor. I want to thank them. I want to assure them as long as they continue to support us, we're going to continue to deliver for them.
Wow. Now do well. God bless all of you. God bless you.